Good morning, first graders. I hope you're having fun on your reading adventures, reading lots of storybooks. We've been reading lots of fiction storybooks together. You learned that it's important to get ready, take a sneak peek. Who are the characters, where are they going, and what are they doing? It's also important to keep track of where and when the story takes place, the setting. Today, I want to teach you a new strategy. Predict what might happen next. Good readers always make predictions. Predictions are guesses. Making a guess. Think about what's happening in the story, and based on what's happening, make a guess. Make a prediction about what's going to happen next. Okay? So that's why it's really important to pay attention while you're reading. So I want to start a new reading adventure with you today. This is one of my favorite books, Corduroy. I didn't read it yet, so what should we do first? Take a sneak peek. You're right. So let's take a quick sneak peek so we can start this adventure. Let's read the title first, Corduroy. He must be Corduroy, this little teddy bear. It looks like he's missing his button. You can make predictions in your sneak peek too. You can make predictions before you read and while you read. So I think Corduroy is going to look for his button. Let's sneak peek at the back. This character must be really important. It looks like Corduroy belongs to her. Let's look at the first few pages. I think Corduroy's in a toy store here with other toys. Oh, this looks like a big store, maybe like a mall. That's the same character on the back, this little girl. It looks like she wants to buy Corduroy. I wonder if she's going to buy Corduroy. What do you think? Let's read to find out. As we're reading, we're going to make predictions. Okay. Corduroy is a bear who once lived in the toy department of a big store. Oh, I was right. It is a toy store. Day after day, he waited with all the other animals and dolls for somebody to come along and take him home. The store was always filled with shoppers buying all sorts of things, but no one ever seemed to want a small bear in green overalls. Then, one morning, a little girl stopped and looked straight into Corduroy's bright eyes. "Oh, Mommy," she said, "look, there's the very bear I've always wanted." "Not today, dear," her mother sighed. "I spent too much already. Besides, he doesn't look new. He's lost the button to one of his shoulder straps." It looked like she wanted to buy Corduroy. Corduroy watched them sadly as they walked away. "Oh, poor Corduroy. He looks sad." "I didn't know I'd lost a button," he said to himself. "Tonight I'll go and see if I can find it." Oh, in my sneak peek, I thought Corduroy would go and look for a button. Late that evening, when all the shoppers had gone and the doors were shut and locked, Corduroy climbed carefully down from his shelf and began searching everywhere on the floor for his lost button. Looks like the setting changed too. Notice that in the pictures it's darker, and it also says late that evening. I wonder if Corduroy finds his button. Make a prediction. What do you think? Suddenly he felt the floor was moving under him. Quite by accident, he had stepped onto the escalator and up he went. Could this be a mountain, he wondered? I think I've always wanted to climb a mountain. He stepped off the escalator as it reached the next floor, and there before his eyes was a most amazing sight. Tables and chairs and lamps and sofas and rows of beds. This must be a palace, Corduroy gasped. I guess I've always wanted to live in a palace. He wandered around, admiring the furniture. I don't think it's a palace, do you? It seems like it's a furniture store in the mall. but he thinks it's a palace. He wandered around admiring the furniture. "This must be a bed," he said. "I've always wanted to sleep in a bed." And he crawled onto a large, thick mattress. All at once he saw something small and round. "Why, here's my button," he cried. And he tried to pick it up, but like all the other buttons on the mattress, it was tied down tight. He yanked and pulled with both paws until, pop! Off came the button and off the mattress. Corduroy toppled, bang, into a tall floor lamp. Over it fell with a crash. This is a big part in the book. So when something big happens, a major event, it's a really good time to make a prediction. Guess what's going to happen next. What do you think is going to happen next? First, I'm going to think about what's happening. So Corduroy thought that was his button, so he pulled it and pulled it off the mattress, and then he fell and he went into the lamp, and the lamp made a really loud noise. Now, I'm going to make a prediction. I think somebody is going to be in the store because it's late at night. So I think somebody's going to hear that lamp fall down, and I think somebody's going to come and get Corduroy. What do you think? Let's see if my prediction's right. Corduroy didn't know it, but there was someone else awake in the store. The night watchman was going his rounds on the floor above. When he heard the crash, he came dashing down the escalator. I knew somebody was going to hear that. "Now, who in the world did that?" he exclaimed. "Somebody must be hiding around here." He flashed his light under and over sofas and beds until he came to the biggest bed of all, and there he saw 2 fuzzy brown ears sticking up from under the cover. "Hello," he said. "How did you get upstairs?" I knew somebody was going to find Corduroy. So, did you see how I thought about what was happening in the story? Because it was a major event, so that's a good time to make a prediction. I thought about what was happening, and I made a prediction of what was going to happen next. I knew somebody was going to hear that, and I knew somebody was going to go and find Corduroy under the lamp. My prediction was right. I will keep reading this more next week, and we'll finish it together. Boys and girls, today and every day, make sure while you're reading, predict what might happen next. Think about what's happening first, and then make a prediction. Also, if you're starting a new book, be sure to get ready, take a sneak peek. Also keep track of where and when the story takes place, and now make predictions. Have fun on your reading adventures, boys and girls, and I can't wait to hear about what you read today. Have fun!